right. Hey, it's Meggie Kay. If you saw my last video, I believe it was my last video, I was talking a bit about YouTube and creativity and social media, and it kind of reminded me of another topic that's kind of related that I'd been wanting to talk about for a while, but I felt like that video was getting a little too long and I could just make this other topic its own video. So that's what we're doing today: travel content and being a creator. Every so often, the internet algorithm shows me a bunch of this reflective travel content. It'll be stuff like, I was so nervous, but traveling is the best decision I ever made. It is my X year travel anniversary. And every time I see those, I'm like, it's not me. Even though I make travel content and have focused my 20s on traveling over everything else, that kind of travel content is very not me. I can never make videos like that because traveling was never this conscious decision I made one day. And that's kind of weird. I'll acknowledge that it's weird. But yeah, travel is kind of like the default setting in my life. So let me explain. My family moved a lot while I was growing up. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. The fun fact I like to throw out there to kind of demonstrate exactly what I mean is that I attended 9 schools by 9th grade. So yeah. It's also why when people ask me, where are you from? I kind of just look at them very confused and be more specific. What information are you looking for? Do you want to know where I was born, where I went to high school, where I usually consider my home to be, where I currently live, where most of my immediate family lives? Because those all have different answers. People always think that I've done these really crazy, adventurous, amazing things, and they're cool. And I feel very blessed to have lived the life I have, and I don't want to downplay that. But it's not like I went out and found those or went searching to get those experiences. Everything I've done has kind of just been the most logical next step for me. When I boarded a plane by myself for the first time when I was 17 to move to Germany for a year, it wasn't this wild decision or this drastic change. That was the most basic thing I could have done at that point in my life, considering everything that had led me to that point. It wasn't a huge jump for me to do that. What else would I have done besides taking a gap year and moving to Germany? Gone to university straight after high school? That would have been weird for me. That would have been unusual, even though most people would consider that's the most basic thing. Looking back on my life and how everything has always played out, I did the most basic thing for me. And bringing it back to this idea of being a creator and being in this travel content space, how I got here is probably really unrelatable. And being relatable is one of the core ways to find and build an audience. Is being relatable and doing fun, relatable things. And people enjoy watching that. I'm probably not that relatable. There have been times when I would put it out there asking, what kind of content would you like to see from me? And there's been some advice videos and things like that. I struggled to write these kinds of videos out because I have to fully remove myself from my own lived experience. So much of what I do while traveling is just ingrained in me from when I was growing up and when I was small, even though My family never traveled. We never traveled as a family or anything like that. But because there was so little consistency, and I always had to, move houses and change towns and schools and meet new people all the time. There's certain things that are just like ingrained in me. And when I travel, I don't really think about certain things that I know most people probably have to think about. And part of me always wonders what my life would have been like if that never happened to me. I was born in Montreal. If my family was just always living in Montreal, how different my life would have been. And I wonder, like, would I have even started to travel? Part of me would like to think I would be, and it would be more of what I see other people doing, where it's like, oh, you were 18 and you made this choice to like travel for a year or like study abroad. And it was this like big moment for you, and you put so much like thought and effort into it instead of just kind of going off your instinct, because that's kind of how life led you to that spot. Every time I see those reflective social media posts about travel, it makes me kind of sad that I never really had that. When is my travel anniversary? I don't know. When did I start traveling? What is my start date? Was it the first time I left the town I was born in? Was it the first time I took a plane? Was it the first time I traveled on my own? Was it the first time I traveled on my own without moving abroad? I don't know how to calculate the kinds of things that I see in all of this like reflective travel content, because it was never a big conscious decision for me to do any of the things I did. And that's kind of why I said, like, I don't think I'm a super relatable person. I don't think many people can relate to how my life has played out and how I got to the place I am and why I make the content I make and how I got to all the places that I'm making the content I'm making. So if you do relate to it and you have a very similar story, I would love to hear it. I think that'd be super fun because I don't think I've ever met anyone with a similar backstory to me. So let me know if you find this relatable at all, because I feel like we're a small bunch and we should like stick together. So yeah, this is probably a pretty short video. There wasn't a lot of details I wanted to like get out there. This is more of just like a brain dump and getting something off my chest that's kind of been weighing on me a little bit, because I have come across these reflective travel posts recently, and I'm like, cool, can't relate. I'm the weird one. And I know I'm the weird one. Anyways, now that that is off my chest and out into the universe, that's kind of it. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because I'll be back with another one soon. Bye.